lie to me. Tell me everything is alright. Lie to me. Tell me that you're staying the night. Tell me that you'll never leave, and I will try to make believe that everything you're telling me is true. Lie to me. Hey guys, today we're going to look into Lie to Me by Jonny Lang. Really cool blues song, and it sounds great in acoustic, sounds great in electric, play however you want to. Full disclosure, I'm going to play it in a different key than Jonny Lang, but you can move this up and down the fretboard. And so I think the original key is like a whole step up from this one, but if you learn this, you can move it wherever you want to. This is just easiest for me to sing, but it'll get you there pretty quickly, okay? Alright, so we're going to do this in the key of G sharp. And what's kind of cool about this song is it stays kind of true to a 12 bar. It's a little different. So here we go. So the first part of the song, you're just kind of alternating between the 1 chord, which actually in this case is going to be a minor, and the 4 chord. Okay, so here's what you can do. You're actually going to play, so this would actually be a G sharp minor, but we're not going to play that. We're going to oops. So what that is you're going to start by using your thumb or your pointer finger to grab the 4th fret of the low E, and then you're going to strum down real quick, and you're going to hit the 4th fret as your barring of the G, B, and high E, okay? You can even rake up. And then, what's kind of cool about this song is it's kind of like, there's not necessarily like you have to exactly play it like this, but basically what you're doing is you're palm muting and then playing these notes. So you're gonna bar again, just keep this barred where you've got the barred from the D all the way to the high E on the 4th fret, and then you're gonna use your ring finger to play alternating notes on that 6th fret of the D and the G. Okay, so also grabbing that 6th fret of the A, so it looks like this. Something like that. And it really doesn't matter, as long as you're kind of hitting those 3 notes, it sounds pretty good. And then you would go to the 4 chord. In this case, it is a C sharp 9. Okay, so this is a big jumble here, but what you're gonna do is your middle finger's on the 4th fret of the A string, your pointer finger's on the 3rd fret of the D string, your ring finger's on the 3rd fret of the G string, or excuse me, 4th fret of the G string, and then your pinky's on the 4th fret of the B string. So it goes, lie to me and tell me that everything is alright. Okay, I'm gonna repeat that. Lie to me. Tell me that you're staying the night. Alright, and the only other change in the song is when you're going into, like, I don't even know what you would call it, like a pre-chorus or a chorus maybe. So it's gonna sound like this. Now what you're technically doing is you're gonna take what would have been your 5th chord, oops, and you're gonna sharpen it by going up a half fret. Now you got 2 choices here. Alright, you can do a regular E7 when you do this, which is just an open chord. It would be open E, 2nd fret of the A, open D, 1st fret of the G, open B, and E. Or what sounds cool as well is to start by doing an E9, which is the same thing you had up here, but you slide it down to the 7th fret, so it's the 7th fret of the A string, 6th fret of the D string, and then the 7th fret of the G and the B. Okay, either way you can do that. And then, this is probably easier to do it here, because then you're just going to slide down 1. Right? And then you're back to your one thing, your 1 chord. So it's, tell me that you never leave. So it's the same thing, and you slide it. down 1 fret, back to your 1 chord, and I would try to make believe, to your 4 chord. And then the way it ends, slide up to that E again, and then back to an E flat. And when you're doing this, you're kind of like ramping it up a little bit. And here's one cool thing you can do. You can take that pinky and then put it on the 7th fret of the B string. Come on and lie to me. And you're ready to start over again. Now the only other thing I want to show you really quickly is if you aren't a big fan of 9th chords, some people aren't, one of the ways you can kind of mitigate this is you can start playing 7th chords and it sounds fine. But one of the cool ways is if you go, when you're switching back and forth, if you ever heard Cold Shot by Stevie Ray Vaughan, it's kind of similar to this. You can go, tell me that you stay in the night, and then you're going to the 4 chord, right? You can do this. Okay, so that would be, you're going to bar, you're going to use the 9th fret of the low E, and then you're going to bar the D, G, B, and E at the 9th fret, and then you're going to put your middle finger down on the 10th fret of that D string there. So you can do that, you can do either way. Or what's cool about that, if you hammer on with and pull off with that middle finger on the 10th fret of the G string, some cool things that you can do there. Alright, so I hope that helps. It's called Lie to Me by Jonny Lang. Let me know what you think.